And good evening. A new warning tonight to watch your back the next time you take money from the bank.
Police are telling us thieves who follow their victims are getting more violent. They are also setting their sights on more than just cash.
So where is this happening and what can you do about it? Here's Larry Seward.
People followed from banks, robbed, cars smashed, cash grabbed. Targets of opportunity march so often outside banks that cops spread new word on social media. And on Houston's west side, where clusters of banks and corridors along the Beltway, Bel Air, and Memorial Drive, Commander Michael Faulhaber sees an evolution. Organized gangs of so-called juggers going after workers filling ATMs with cash and drivers hauling prescription drugs.
You follow a mechanic or a service technician for ATMs. Well, what if we followed the delivery men for prescription drugs? These are things that we have seen evolve over time within these organizations that also started or partake in juggings.
Frustrating police is how fast those arrested get out and do it again.
When we do catch them, oftentimes here, we get low bonds. And it has the potential to be a more serious crime.
So on top of your typical warnings, police say anyone leaving banks with cash in envelopes or money bags needs to be on the lookout for cars backed in with the engine running, someone sitting behind the wheel behind tinted windows with no front license plate.
Those are telltale signs of a possible suspect watching that bank parking lot.
Police have teams out looking too, but say they're outnumbered, which is why at banks they need all eyes on thieves. Larry Seward, KHOU 11 News.
We have new video tonight of the young man accused of shooting 6 people at the University of North Carolina in Charlotte. 2 people were killed, 4 others hurt. Campus police rushed to the classroom where it happened, where they disarmed the suspect and took him into custody. We're told the suspect was a student at the school who dropped out earlier this semester. Investigators are questioning him right now about why the shooting happened. Well, tonight, a sweeping investigation into what's really happening to your recyclables.
That is the promise Mayor Turner's office is giving us after we uncovered evidence of city garbage trucks taking recyclables along with your trash to the landfill.
And now, a new twist in the blame game. Investigative reporter Jeremy Rogowski talks to city workers who say they are just following orders.
The city of Houston initially said what we caught on camera on Earth Day of all days was just a one-time deal.
This is not a one-time event, but one-time job.
But new evidence indicates otherwise. This former solid waste department truck driver said he fired off this email back in 2015 as a very concerned employee, writing his bosses and the Houston mayor's office, quote, "On any given day, we are told to mix trash and recycling together." That order, he says, came from city supervisors.
Either do what we tell you, or we'll write you up.
If you didn't follow orders, there was going to be consequences.
Correct.
5 other current and former solid waste employees told us the same thing. And when we asked, how often would you be told to do this?
On a 4-day work week, 2 to 3 times a week.
And there goes my recycling.
Homeowners also are sharing evidence of the city not recycling recyclables in the past. Angie Ellis shot this video back in 2016. One city worker even waved to her while doing it.
I think it's terrible. I go through a lot of time washing out and cleaning out and trying to recycle, and for it just be thrown in the garbage is not right.
And another homeowner sent us this video taken just last month. Another case of commingling garbage with recyclables.
It's been happening for a long time, so I knew it would come to light sooner or later.
And here we are.
Here we are.
Both of those former city workers we interviewed asked us not to show their faces. Meanwhile, the mayor's office sent us a statement saying Mayor Turner has asked for a sweeping solid waste department investigation. Any supervisor or employee caught violating procedures or encouraging employees to violate procedures will be disciplined immediately. And Mayor Turner will not accept anything less than full accountability and professional responsibility from solid waste department employees. That statement went on to say that citizens of Houston deserve to know that their trash and recyclables are being handled according to city policy. Glenn?
Quite a story, Jeremy, and we are staying on top of this story. If you see recycling bins not being recycled in your neighborhood, Be sure to let us know. Email Jeremy at investigates@khou.com. You can also call our tip line, 713-521-HELP.
Tonight, the first PTO meeting about the dress code drama at Madison High School. Should parents put up with a dress code for them? Lauren Tallarico is live at the school with tonight's lively debate. Lauren?
Well, that's what parents are saying. HIC wouldn't let us inside tonight, but I'm told there were several hot button issues on the table. That dress code being one of them. It was put into place earlier this month after the principal says she got fed up with parents showing up at school dressed inappropriately. The code says parents wearing pajamas, hair rollers, shower caps, low-cut shirts and pants, short skirts, baggy pants, just to name a few, will not be allowed on campus. Parents tonight say although they didn't all agree with how the code was implemented, they are okay with it.
It's a place of business. So, you know, if you're coming to conduct business, you dress like you're coming to conduct business. You wouldn't want your mama representing you with a do-rag on, right, and some pajamas.
It's a lot going on and it's very heated. Everybody's upset about the academic. I think they moved on from the dress code and that's not the big issue. The big issue is the academic.
Specifically, that out of the 400 seniors here, less than half are expected to graduate. Less than half are expected to graduate. The principal, who does have a track record of success, was brought into this school this past year. Now, as far as that dress code is concerned, she told parents tonight that principals at other schools have been calling her, and they say they plan to put a similar dress code in place at their schools. So we'll keep you posted on that front. Back to you.
All right, Lauren, thank you. Well, the weather, your hair may have been a mess today because of all the wind whipping across the city.
Yeah, we saw it in Lauren's live shot, and that wind will eventually bring rain. David Paul is outside tracking it for you. Dave?
Guys, it is another breezy, beautiful, humid Houston night. It's lovely out here. But there's more going on out here than meets the eye. Look, this surface wind is bringing moisture off the Gulf of Mexico. You can feel that. But up top, it's a whole different story. Jet stream's taking a dip out west. That's sending pieces of energy across Texas. And that will keep us with a rainy weather pattern in the Lone Star State and Houston for the rest of the week and going into the weekend. So coming up, I'll talk about tomorrow's rain chance, the weekend forecast, and I'll give you an update on this severe weather outbreak in North Texas and Oklahoma that's going on tonight. See you in a couple of minutes.
Interested to learn more. Thanks, David. Chaos in Venezuela today after an opposition leader calls for an uprising.
That story kicks off your 90-second nightcap.
Gunfire erupted as government forces clashed with supporters of opposition leader Juan Guaido near a bridge in Caracas. In a social media post, Guaido called on the military to join Operación Libertad, an uprising to topple Nicolas Maduro's government. The unrest has been escalating since January when Guaido declared himself the interim president. But Maduro refuses to step down, and hundreds of his supporters rallied in the streets Tuesday.
One of the richest people in the world is jumping into a bidding war to buy energy company Anadarko.
Chevron's $33 billion offer to buy Anadarko was accepted a few weeks ago, but Occidental started a bidding war with more money. We're talking $57 billion in cash and stocks. Now Warren Buffett, yes, the third richest man in the world, is dropping $10 billion to help Occidental.
You might not know what this is by looking at it, a traffic device, a security camera. It's kind of both, but it's keeping tabs on the flooding threat. The system uses radars and cameras to track rising water, then sends alerts to first responders and eventually residents.
For the first time, we are hearing the 911 call placed by a former Dallas police officer after she fatally shot an unarmed black man.
I'm an off-duty officer. I thought it was in my apartment, and I shot a guy thinking it was my apartment.
Geiger was fired from the Dallas Police Department. She will stand trial for murder in September.
Question for you.